or was brutally killed.
He's not kidding. These were pretty brutal.
Yeah. And it was mainly based on dialogue and our sensory details, so like sight and sound and smell. And
Theo, can I interrupt real quick?
Yes.
The basis of this project was the Norman Rockwell boat picture that's hanging up at the back of the room. So everyone had to write their story centered on that picture, using then the different themes that Theo just mentioned. So that was the basis of this project.
Mine is very stereotypical of the 50s. And nobody dies. Which is it. Okay, so mine is called A Family Outing. Well, here we are, announced Harvey, sounding upbeat, though his expression didn't show it. He was a tall man with a wrinkled face and slick black hair. I still don't know why we couldn't go to the game on Joey, Harvey's son, while lugging supplies from the trunk of the 53 Studebaker. DiMaggio's at 43 hits in a row. He was a scrawny boy with flaming red hair. Nonsense. It's a fine day for sailing, fine indeed. You'll build character. Now, when I was a boy, my father taught me to be a man with his belt. Yes, I had marks. Thank you, Harvey. Let's not scare the boy. He's only 9, interrupted Harvey's wife. She was skinny with curly jet black hair and a pointed nose. Now, see her here, Joseph, Harvey continued, ignoring his wife. I'll teach her respect if it's the last thing I do. But the game, Joey complained. It's a fine day for sailing, so shut your mouth, Harvey snapped. Truth be told, it was far from a fine day for sailing. It was cold and foggy, and the often full beach was deserted except for a few straggling seagulls. I can't believe we went here. It's 2 hours to this boat and 45 minutes to the city. And today, it must be below freezing. Joey didn't stop complaining until he got what he wanted. Let's go get a boat, grumbled Harvey, and the family set off for the boat docks, trying to leave their wake of misery behind. There's sand in my shoes, Joey said, hunching his back as he walked. Toughen up, snapped Harvey. At this rare moment, a gull chose his head as a great place to relieve itself. For a second, his face turned red as a tomato, and you would have thought he inhaled sand had he drew breath, but he just wiped it off and forced a smile. They trudged forward and looked horrified at the sight of the dock. It was not a pleasant sight. Half-rotted planks marked the so-called dock, and small paint-chipped boats lined the edges. There was a single booth with a half-asleep, sleazy-looking man inside. Hello? Harvey's voice was faintly determined. We would like a boat. Huh? Grumbled the man. Oh yeah, that'll be $15, and he nearly fell back asleep. Here you are, Marilyn said crisply while rummaging through her purse. The man took the money and mumbled, take your pick, and with that, he passed out. The family kept moving, trying to get through the day. This is a fine vessel for sea. Fine indeed, Harvey announced. Fine vessel took on a different meaning for Joey. This Uncle Wood's a boat? Thundered Joey. I'll never set foot in that bilge. We'll surely drown. Now, Joey, Marilyn said wearily, thinking it best to speak up before Harvey got to the boy. Don't argue, just get in. Joey, though resentful, stepped in the boat, followed by his mother and father. Well, I'll start the motor. We'll be out on the ocean blue, Harvey said, gaining his demeanor back. The engine sputtered, smoke spewing from the funnel as Harvey wrestled the motor to start. Any day now, Joey muttered under his breath. And we're off, Harvey announced triumphantly. The boat had started with a final effort. All around them was gray-green water. So was Marilyn's face, and she was looking down at her feast, so not to be sick. Well, here we are, out on the ocean blue. I feel like the great General George Washington, crossing the Delaware, Harvey shouted, though to no one in particular. He often did that. Conditions to match, Joey muttered, hugging his sweater closer. Joey, don't sit so close to the rudder, Marilyn advised quietly, not looking up. Joey mumbled something about being fine and didn't move. I say, blurted Harvey, isn't that a rock? Pointing at the lumpy gray thing straight ahead of them. Joey didn't know what was happening until it happened. Harvey swung the tiller with all his might, sending Joey a look of anger and surprise on his face, head first into the icy cold water. Marilyn screamed while Harvey suppressed a laugh. Joey emerged, spitting like a mad cat, and Joey was angry beyond repair. His face red as his hair, knuckles white from gripping the boat, making the wood crackle under his fingers. Harvey's face drained of color, trying to start a sentence. No, Joey, he began feebly. Turn the boat around, hissed Joey, through clenched teeth. For once, Harvey had no response.
That was great.